I want to talk to you today about something incredibly powerful, something that you might be feeling right now, but maybe not fully understanding. Maybe you've been sensing it in your life, in the way you experience things, in the way the world seems to be shifting around you. It's the sensation that you're on the cusp of something big, something transformative, a higher dimension of existence. This higher dimension isn't something separate from you. It's within you, and it's already starting to reveal itself in your life. And whether or not you recognize it, whether you're conscious of it or not, you are beginning to shift. Now, shifting to a higher dimension doesn't mean you're leaving behind your human self. It's not about escaping the world or becoming something different in a way that makes you forget who you are. It's about expanding your awareness, stepping into a version of yourself that is more aligned with your highest potential. It's about embracing a deeper connection with your soul, your purpose, and the universe. You're already a part of this higher dimension, but there are moments when you will begin to feel it more fully. There are signs, my dear friend, signs that tell you you're on the verge of this transformation. Let me share with you 5 of the most powerful signs that you are about to shift into a higher dimension. These signs, I believe, are already showing up in your life. Maybe not in the way you think, but they're there, waiting for you to see them, waiting for you to embrace them. As I talk to you today, I want you to listen closely to your heart, to your intuition. You might feel an emotional stirring within you. That's okay. That's the energy of change, of transformation, working its way into your life. The first sign that you are about to shift is a feeling of deep inner knowing, a quiet yet profound certainty that there is more to life than what you've been experiencing. It's not just a thought or an idea. It's an inner knowing that rises up within you. It feels like a truth, an undeniable fact. You may not even have the words to describe it, but there's this sense that you are on the brink of something magnificent. You feel it deep within your being, like a stirring in your soul. Maybe it started as a whisper, a faint voice within you, gently reminding you that there's something more. Perhaps you've been reading, learning, or simply contemplating life in a way that's felt different. You may have been asking yourself questions like, is there more to life than this? Or, why do I feel like there's something I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm not sure what it is? These questions are signs. They are the universe calling to you, encouraging you to step forward into the unknown. But here's the beautiful thing about this sign. It's not about figuring everything out. You don't have to have all the answers. The truth is, the more you open yourself up to this inner knowing, the more you'll begin to see that the answers will come naturally. It's like a shift in perspective, where you begin to see life from a higher vantage point. You'll notice that the things you once thought were important no longer carry the same weight. The things that once worried you, stressed you, or caused you pain seem smaller in comparison to the larger picture unfolding before you. Another sign that you are shifting is that your relationships are starting to change. Now, this might sound strange at first, but I promise you, it's one of the clearest indicators that you're stepping into a higher dimension of consciousness. As you grow and evolve, your energy shifts. And as your energy shifts, it creates new dynamics in your relationships. You may find that certain people no longer resonate with you in the same way. Old friends, family members, or colleagues may no longer feel aligned with your vibration. You might even notice that some relationships begin to fade away. This can feel lonely at times. And it's okay to grieve the loss of people who were once a significant part of your life. But know this: when one door closes, another always opens. The people who are meant to be in your life will show up at the perfect time. As you shift to a higher dimension, you will begin to attract like-minded souls, those who are on a similar journey. These are the people who will support you, encourage you, and help you grow in ways you never thought possible. They will mirror your growth back to you, and together you'll create a new sense of community, a new sense of belonging. But this shift in relationships doesn't always mean the people who are leaving your life are bad or wrong for you. In fact, the relationships that are falling away were probably wonderful at one time, and they served their purpose. But as you grow, you become more in tune with your authentic self. And sometimes that means letting go of people who are no longer aligned with that truth. And don't be alarmed if, for a time, you feel a sense of solitude. Being alone doesn't mean you're abandoned or forgotten. Sometimes it's in these moments of solitude that you can hear the whispers of your soul the loudest. Sometimes it's when we step back from the noise of the world that we can hear our own inner guidance clearly. The third sign is an overwhelming sense of peace, even in the midst of chaos. Now, I know that might sound contradictory. You might be thinking, how can I feel peaceful when everything around me seems to be falling apart? And believe me, I understand. Life can throw us curveballs. We can find ourselves in difficult situations, faced with challenges that seem insurmountable. But when you are shifting to a higher dimension, you will notice that even in the chaos, there is a stillness within you, a calm that nothing can disturb. This peace doesn't come from avoiding or escaping life's challenges. Rather, it comes from a deeper understanding that everything, even the chaos, is part of your soul's journey. You begin to trust the process of life in a way that you never have before. You understand that you are being guided, that there is a higher intelligence at work in your life, and that even the most difficult situations hold the potential for growth and transformation. You may find that you react to situations differently. Where once you might have been angry, frustrated, or fearful, you now find yourself responding with calmness, with acceptance, and sometimes even with love. This doesn't mean that you don't experience negative emotions. It's okay to feel what you feel, but you will notice that those emotions no longer control you the way they once did. You can feel the emotions, acknowledge them, and let them move through you without becoming consumed by them. And here's the most beautiful part. As you experience this peace, you begin to radiate that energy out into the world. It becomes contagious. People around you will start to feel that peace, and they will be drawn to your energy. Your presence will become a source of comfort and healing for others, even if they don't fully understand why. Finally, the fourth sign is an increased sensitivity to the energy around you. When you're shifting into a higher dimension, you become more aware of the energy of people, places, and situations. You can feel the subtle vibrations of the world around you. This might manifest as a heightened sense of intuition, where you begin to pick up on things you weren't able to before. You might sense when someone is upset, even if they're not saying anything. You might feel an overwhelming sense of peace when you step into a space. Or conversely, you might feel drained or uneasy when you enter certain environments. This sensitivity can sometimes feel overwhelming, especially if you're not used to it. You might even start to notice that you're more sensitive to the foods you eat, the media you consume, or the people you interact with. This is your energy field expanding, becoming more attuned to the vibrations of the world. When you experience this sensitivity, trust it. Your intuition is your greatest guide during this time. The more you tune in to your own energy, the more you will understand what feels right for you, what nourishes you, and what drains you. Trust yourself. Trust that the energy you feel is guiding you toward the people, places, and experiences that will help you grow and evolve. You might feel like you're becoming more aware of the interconnectedness of all things. You might feel a deep connection to nature, to animals, to the people around you. This is because as you shift into a higher dimension, you begin to recognize that everything is energy, and that you are part of a vast, beautiful, interconnected web of existence. As we come to the end of this first part, I want you to remember this. You are not alone on this journey. This shift to a higher dimension is not something you have to do by yourself. The universe is supporting you every step of the way. You are loved, you are guided, you are exactly where you need to be. So, take a deep breath. Know that the signs are all around you. And as you continue to embrace these signs, you'll begin to step more fully into the beautiful, expansive, limitless version of yourself that is waiting to emerge. The fifth sign that you are about to shift to a higher dimension is something that may feel subtle at first, but if you pay close attention, it will be undeniable. It's the experience of a deepening sense of gratitude, not just for the good things in your life, but for everything. This isn't the surface-level gratitude that we often express when something nice happens. It's a profound, almost sacred appreciation for life itself, even in its challenges. As you shift, you begin to realize that every moment is a gift. Every encounter, every hardship, and every lesson holds a purpose. You start to understand that everything, even the things you once viewed as bad or negative, is part of your personal growth. And in that realization, your heart opens wider, and gratitude becomes a natural, unforced part of who you are. This kind of gratitude is transformative because it shifts your perspective. It changes the way you see the world. You no longer see life through the lens of what's missing or wrong. Instead, you begin to see the abundance in every situation. You feel a deep appreciation for the beauty of the world around you, whether it's the sunrise, the sound of rain, or the smile of a stranger. You also start to notice that this gratitude attracts more of what you appreciate into your life. When you live from a place of deep gratitude, you begin to see more blessings, more opportunities, and more joy in your life. The universe, in its wisdom, responds to your energy, and it begins to bring you more of what you are vibrating at, which, when you're in a state of gratitude, is simply more of the good stuff. So if you're noticing that you're feeling an overwhelming sense of thankfulness, sometimes even for things you used to take for granted, this is a clear sign that you are in the process of shifting. This deepened gratitude is a reflection of your growing alignment with the higher dimensions of your soul. And as we move forward in this journey, I want you to remember that you are always evolving. It's not about perfection or reaching a specific destination. It's about embracing the process, trusting yourself, and understanding that you are constantly shifting, growing, and expanding into the fullest version of who you are meant to be. The more you embrace these signs, the inner knowing, the changes in relationships, the peace amidst chaos, the heightened sensitivity, and the deepening gratitude, the more you will begin to see just how powerful you truly are. You are capable of amazing things, and this shift is just the beginning of the beautiful unfolding of your life. So take this moment, right here and right now, to celebrate where you are. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, and know that the universe is guiding you to a higher dimension of love, peace, and truth. As I speak with you now, I want you to feel the truth of what I'm saying. The universe is always communicating with us, sending us messages, sending us signs, guiding us in ways we sometimes don't even recognize. But the truth is, if you're reading this, if you feel drawn to these words, you're already connected to something much bigger than yourself. You're connected to the flow of life, to the divine energy that guides all things. You're not just a passive observer in this world, you are an active participant in the creation of your own reality. And the shift you are experiencing is not something to fear, it is something to welcome with open arms. Now, I want to address something that might feel a little unsettling to some of you. The shift you are experiencing doesn't mean that everything in your life is going to be perfect or that challenges will disappear. I don't want to give you the illusion that life becomes all roses and rainbows once you step into a higher dimension. No, life is still life. There are still moments of hardship, moments of struggle. The difference is that as you shift, you begin to approach those challenges with a different mindset. The difference is that you see those struggles as opportunities for growth and evolution rather than as burdens to carry. When you begin to shift into a higher dimension, you understand that the contrast in life, the challenges, the highs, the lows, is all part of the human experience. You begin to see these challenges as teachers, as stepping stones. Instead of running away from them or resisting them, you embrace them with an open heart. You understand that life is happening for you, not to you. In fact, one of the most profound changes you'll experience as you step into a higher dimension is the way you relate to challenges. You'll find that your mindset shifts from one of victimhood to one of empowerment. Where once you may have seen yourself as a victim of your circumstances, of what others did to you, or of the unfairness of life, you'll begin to see that you are the creator of your reality. You will come to realize that no matter what happens on the outside, the power to change your experience always lies within you. This is a huge part of the shift. It's an internal transformation. You begin to take full responsibility for your life, not in a way that makes you feel guilty or burdened, but in a way that empowers you. You realize that you have the ability to choose how you respond to anything that life throws at you. No longer do you have to be controlled by fear, anger, or resentment. You can choose peace. You can choose love. You can choose joy. As you shift, you will also notice that your perception of time begins to change. We are all conditioned to live in a world that measures time by clocks and calendars. We rush through our days, always thinking about the future, always trying to get somewhere. But when you begin to shift into a higher dimension, you start to recognize that time, as we know it, is an illusion. The future isn't something that you need to constantly chase or worry about. You begin to understand that the present moment is where the magic lies. You will start to find joy in the simple moments, in the quiet pauses between thoughts, in the stillness of your own being. And when you are fully present in the now, you will notice that time seems to slow down. The stress of getting things done begins to dissipate, Life becomes more spacious, more expansive. You begin to experience more peace because you're not constantly looking outside yourself for validation or for some future reward. Your connection to the present moment becomes a source of endless joy. Whether you're washing dishes, sitting in silence, or just taking a walk outside, you become deeply aware of the beauty in those moments. You feel connected to the earth beneath your feet, to the air that fills your lungs, to the sounds of nature, and to the people around you. This connection is part of the higher dimension. It's the recognition that you are not separate from anything. You are part of the great interconnected web of existence. Another remarkable change that happens as you shift is the clarity that begins to emerge in your life. When you step into a higher dimension, you start to see things more clearly, both about yourself and about the world. The distractions, the noise, the superficial things that once seemed so important start to fall away. Your priorities shift. You begin to focus on what truly matters. And more importantly, you begin to see with the eyes of love. You see, love is the frequency of the higher dimension. And when you align with that frequency, you start to view yourself and others through a lens of compassion, understanding, and acceptance. You begin to see the beauty in people in all their imperfections. You start to understand that everyone is on their own unique journey, just as you are on yours. You no longer judge others because you realize that judgment is born from a place of fear, and fear has no place in the higher dimensions. What's more, you'll begin to see yourself more clearly too. You will no longer be held back by the old stories you've told yourself. The beliefs that once limited you, beliefs about your worth, your abilities, your potential, start to dissolve. You begin to understand that you are worthy of everything you desire. You are capable of achieving whatever you set your heart to. The truth is that you are already perfect, just as you are. And as you shift, you will begin to feel that truth deep in your bones. You will start to walk through the world with more confidence, more grace, more authenticity. This clarity brings with it a sense of inner freedom. You stop being controlled by the external circumstances of your life. You stop seeking validation from others. You stop comparing yourself to those around you. Instead, you start to honor your own journey and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. One of the most profound gifts of this higher dimensional shift is the deep sense of self-love that begins to emerge. As you learn to love and accept yourself fully, as you release the old patterns of self-judgment and criticism, you begin to experience life in a completely new way. You start to understand that love is not something you need to earn. It is who you are. It is your natural state of being. And when you are in alignment with that love, miracles begin to happen. This self-love is not about ego. It's not about thinking you're better than anyone else. It's about honoring your worth and respecting your own soul. It's about acknowledging that you are deserving of love, peace, and happiness, just as much as anyone else. And when you step into this love for yourself, you automatically begin to radiate that love into the world. I want you to know that this shift is already happening. Even if it feels uncomfortable at times, even if you doubt yourself, the shift is happening. Your soul is calling you home. And the more you trust the process, the more you surrender to the flow of life, the more you will begin to see the fruits of this transformation. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination. There is no end to your evolution. There is only growth, expansion, and the constant unfolding of your true self. So trust the signs, trust the process, and most of all, trust yourself. You are capable of stepping into this higher dimension, and the universe is right there beside you, guiding you every step of the way. You are not just a human being having a spiritual experience. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. And this shift is the bridge between those two truths. Allow yourself to embrace it fully, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. As we come to the final part of this journey together, I want to remind you of something deeply important. You are already becoming who you were always meant to be. You are not waiting for something out there to change in order to experience your higher self. The shift is happening within you right now. Every thought, every feeling, every action you take is contributing to the beautiful unfolding of your soul. This is the divine dance of life, and you are part of it, already moving with it, even when it feels like you're standing still. The final sign that you are shifting to a higher dimension is the deepening of your spiritual connection. And when I speak of spirituality, I am not referring to any particular religion or belief system. What I mean is the profound awareness that you are part of something far greater than your physical body, far greater than your individual life story. It's a recognition that your soul is eternal, that you are a spark of the divine, and that you are deeply interconnected with the entire universe. You may start to feel a stronger sense of connection with nature, with the stars, with the energy of the earth. You may notice that when you close your eyes, you feel an overwhelming sense of oneness with everything around you. This is the consciousness of the higher dimensions, where separation dissolves, and all that is left is unity, love, and peace. This deeper spiritual connection brings with it an incredible sense of purpose. When you are attuned to the higher frequencies, you begin to understand that you are not just here by accident. You are here for a reason. There is a unique purpose within you, one that only you can fulfill. And this purpose is not about fame, success, or external achievement. It's about alignment with your truth. It's about being the most authentic version of yourself and sharing your light with the world in whatever way feels most natural. You may start to feel more driven to pursue what truly lights you up, to follow the calling of your heart. Whether it's through your work, your creativity, your relationships, or your service to others, you will feel a deep desire to live in alignment with your soul's mission. It's no longer about what you should do or what's expected of you. It's about honoring the whisper of your heart and trusting that following it will always lead you to where you need to be. As you grow into this higher dimension, you also begin to develop a profound sense of trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the process of life, and trust in the timing of the universe. You understand that not everything needs to be controlled or understood. You let go of the need to have every answer, and you allow the flow of life to guide you. You trust that every twist and turn, every high and low, is leading you toward your highest good. I know that this journey can sometimes feel uncertain, even overwhelming. But I want you to know that you are never alone in this. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a step toward your highest potential. Trust that the universe is supporting you every moment and that your soul's evolution is happening exactly as it needs to. Remember, you are not waiting for a big shift to come. It's already happening. It's been happening all along. And as you continue to embrace these signs, to trust yourself, and to honor your truth, You will find yourself stepping more fully into the higher dimension that you were always meant to inhabit. So, my dear friend, take a moment to acknowledge how far you've come. Celebrate the changes within you, the growth you've experienced. You are on an incredible journey, and the best part is that you're not just witnessing this transformation. You are creating it. You are the creator of your own reality, and with each shift, you are stepping into more and more of your true self. Keep going. Trust yourself, and know that you are infinitely loved and supported by the universe. The shift is real, and you are living it right now. You are exactly where you need to be, and the adventure continues with love leading the way.